So Bello Turji, the known terrorist in Sokoto, Zamfara axis, is scattering everywhere. He wants to map out his own region in that Sokoto area. So guys, horrific things are happening in the north. See how Sahara reporters captured it. Notorious bandit leader Bello Turji attacked several communities in eastern Sokoto as residents flee in droves. So guys, this guy is scattering everywhere in Sokoto state. The people are running helter-skelter for safety. You can see this video. This was the moment many of them were seen running out of their community because of Bello Turji and his men. They stormed the community, many communities, not one. They are like, they just want to take over that region. Now see how this other headline captured it, and it says the people of Tidibale in Sokoto running from their homes yesterday after bandit leader gave them 24 hours to vacate their various houses. But guess what? Government isn't doing anything about that. It is the defenseless protesters that deserve to be in prison. Bello Turji came and commanded the people to leave. If you love your life, just leave. Just leave. Now, see how this person reacted to. This person said, this is the Bello Turji that Tinubu, the commander-in-chief, cannot defeat. This ordinary Fulani terrorist is making a whole village in the north disappear, and the mighty Jagaban can't bring him down. But he sent troops in Benin to stop a coup. Yoruba Runus never tell us why they are supporting rubbish. So guys, this person is saying that Tinubu sent a whole military to Benin Republic. I don't know why Tinubu is pampering terrorists in Nigeria. It's unbelievable. It's really, really unbelievable what Tinubu is doing with these terrorists, honestly. You can imagine the audacity of these people. Now, this other headline also captured. You can see this video. Look at people packing their luggages. Bello Turji and his men came and ushered this order, saying, leave. If you love your life, just leave. And guess what? People were seen running helter-skelter. You can see this video of people in their vehicles running. Now, this other person here reacted and said, breaking, notorious bandit leader Bello Turji has reportedly started a raid to seize control of several villages in Sokoto State Eastern District, beginning with a violent raid in Tidibale village in Isa local government last night. During the attack, residents were ordered to vacate within 24 hours. Bagaja village, also in Isa local government, was targeted days ago, in line with Turji's stated intention to dominate much of the district. This is the same state US government ordered a strike on recently because of these same terrorist organizations. Obviously, the remnant from that devastating strike has now assembled in a bid to launch statewide reprisal attack on innocent, defenseless citizens as usual. This is the terrorists clearly telling President Trump that one-time strike may have killed hundreds of their ranks, but won't stop them. Won't stop them from continuing with their genocidal mission in Nigeria. And I think the US government is watching and taking notes. I just hope they are ready for what is coming. So guys, Nigerians are lamenting. Bello Turji say he wants to take over Sokoto State, and we have a government there. They are doing little to nothing. Look at the video. People are asked to vacate within the space of 24 hours. If you love your life, vacate. Tell me where these people are heading to. They ended up moving to a place where they said they now have set up an IDP camp. So guys, a whole lot has been happening in northern Nigeria. We don't even know where to start. Anyway guys, let me know what you think. This is a latest happening in Sokoto State. Bello Turji has ordered the people, leave if you love your life, or you are by the next moment. Anyway, let me know what you think about this video as I allow you to take a look at these clips. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.
Nigerians, The video you're watching here is from Sokoto State. Tidibale is Sokoto. This is the people of Tidibale, the villagers, running for their lives. Tidibale is in Isa local government area of Sokoto. This is the people of Tidibale, the people running for their life after Bello Turji gave them 24 hours ultimatum. 24 hours to evacuate their home. See them, they got to run. Because they don't have a government that will protect them. Remember, these guys were raided 2 days ago. This Tidibale were raided. It was after the raid that Bello Turji now gave them the ultimatum to vanish. 24 hours ultimatum to vanish. This is a disgrace. A disgrace to Sokoto, a disgrace to Nigeria. That one man, Bello Turji, one man is bigger than Sokoto State as a whole. That one man is bigger than the Nigerian army as a whole. Why Bello Turji? See, may somebody explain to me why Bello Turji? Why Bello Turji? See, displacing people from their homes. Where are these guys going to? I don't know. This is a disgrace. It's a disgrace to Sokoto. It's a disgrace to Nigeria. See them.
Eh mana? Okay, shot take yi. Skana tana yi.
Kaga motoci sun ka saba da wannan.
Amma in na je can gaban gidan Sale ba sai a yanga ba.
Bari duk sai sun gama. Sannan ku Allah ya tsare.
Kalle na ya kare kanci ne.
Na mashin din?
Na mashin. Na motar nan dai rika ma sani. Na'am?
Ofisa, tambaye aiki. Allah ya tsare.
Ya daidai.
Ba har kana cikin tawagaga. Dogo.
Sani.
Barka da.
Bari in saka ɗan sa.
We are together.
See army checkpoint now. See army checkpoint. Boko Haram they pass. See army checkpoint. Oh, our army. Our army. Let's compromise this country for us.
Baya? Ai baran ƙara baya. Masar ya wuce? Bisa mashin yake. Ya wuce ina ganin. yanzu haka cikin isa din da kaya kai aji kauyen wani abu laina ne kai ku gyara mu wuce
government area was also targeted days ago. And all of this is because of Turji, the bandit leader, stating his intent to dominate this region. Now, this video comes as the former governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, confirmed the fact that this mass movement of people and families in the state out of fear is happening as we speak. Tambuwal made these comments yesterday on Arise News Primetime with Charles Aniagolu. Let's watch.
Are said to be moving to the local government headquarters for fear of bandits attacking them in Sokoto State.
Yeah, it's been happening randomly, not only in Isa, in Sabon Birni, in Goronyo. Even in my senatorial district in Shagari, we have had similar situation where most villages in Shagari local government left their villages and settled in Shagari township itself. And of course, it's been happening in Kebbi and in Dangishuni, in Torita, in my own senatorial district. So it's correct that that we have that situation in Isa. And a number of local governments, including Rabah and Wurlo in the eastern flank of the state. That information is correct.
Yes, and I'll just quickly come to you on this, Rufai, because we have the former governor confirming the fact that this migration out of fear is happening. I mean, we know that Nigeria already has an internally displaced people problem, but now this video and the former governor are confirming it.
You're telling me about it. I've been working with IDPs for over 10 years in partnership with CESO Foundation and my own outfits. I know the plight of IDPs. I work with them. There's a lot of loss. And where is the president? So you think these people, if they have the chance, they can go and sit in France and also have holiday? But the president is nowhere to be found. It's not a failure of government. When we say Nigeria has failed now, they think we are joking. Look at Bello Turji. Look at what he's doing. Till today, we've not been able to track him down. Look at the level of insecurity. Just yesterday, I was watching on Arise about Obajana. Anyway, that one, kudos to the police. They said the police was trying to root them out. You know, they were having airstrikes against them. I think we reported and we commended them for. Because of that, those sleeper cells of the bandits, they came. And there was a shootout for over 5 hours in Obajana town. But kudos to our valiant police and military forces in security. Look at Kwara. The other day, we brought a picture of a woman protesting, and what happened? They were rounded up in front of the government house. Look at the insecurity in Kwara. Should I continue? Look at Ekpoma. Insecurity. Parts of the north. Even look at up to parts of the south here. Cases of kidnapping and all of that. So, and you have a president of such a country, and his handlers will tell you he went to Europe. Because they can't mention that France, because they know when they mention France, we'll say, Oditu law. And the president of this same country, an airstrike happened. You could even tell Trump was even more proactive. Because people that are so quick to compare Nigeria, anyway, I don't even mind those ones that compare Nigeria to America. How many times have you seen Trump junketing around? How many times have you seen Trump junketing around? So, and in fact, I just checked for good measure. The first 17 months of the administration, he spent 124 days abroad. So plus this another, the last 1 year, that Obi is talking about 196 days. So 196 plus 124.
November 2025.
196 plus 124. Do the maths.
It's almost a year.
So you can see what we are saying.
Right.
And when a leader is doing this, there are lacunas everywhere. When we say this, as we have said it now, the first thing his handlers will say is that at first we are enemies of Nigeria, we hate Nigeria, we are demarketing. Then the next thing they will start abuse. Like maybe it's the abuse that will capture Bello Tuji. Then Mr. Bayo Onanuga will now write, bitter Obi. Bitter Obi is this, is that. I wish the abuse, Mr. Bayo Onanuga abuse Peter Obi, will capture Bello Tuji. I'll be happy and stop the insecurity.
Right. On that, I said we'll keep talking about 2027, because now let's talk about the big question on former presidential candidate Peter Obi's mind. Where is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? It's also the title of a detailed post on X where Obi wrote on Monday, where he highlights the fact that the president spent 196 days abroad in 2025. For context, that's more than half of the year outside Nigeria. Now, this is the tweet, and I'll read it in part. He says, "This lack of presence starkly contrasts with what we see in comparable developing nations where leaders step up in times of crisis. In Nigeria, after U.S. military strikes on our soil, our president remained silent. Instead of directly addressing the nation, Nigerians learned about these critical events from foreign media, from Americans, and vague communications from aides rather than from their own leader. Are we to believe that Nigeria is being governed, or is it merely being managed from elsewhere? Leadership isn't simply about issuing press releases. It's about standing before the people, engaging with them, and offering clarity. Nigerians are eager to hear from their president through direct media briefings. They deserve to understand the state of their country. In a time of crisis, the absence of leadership is not just troubling, it's perilous. Silence in the face of crisis is the loudest form of failure." Now, Obi also highlights the fact that he would want the president to engage more with the media. But what's interesting is the fact that historically, there really haven't been that many Nigerian presidents that have been open when it comes to directly engaging with the public or being willing to conduct one-on-one interviews with the press. And Dr. Abati, I'll come to you.
Jonathan did better. Jonathan
Exactly, which is why, Dr. Abati, I'll come to you on this. Peter Obi's statements.
Mr. Peter Obi is asking, where is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Well, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is currently in Abu Dhabi on the invitation of the President of the United Arab Emirates, UAE, attending what is known as the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. And the theme of that conference, January 11 to 15, is the Nexus of Nest. All systems go. Before then, the President of Nigeria traveled on December 28 to Europe, we were told. But we later discovered that he was in France. And it was from France that he has now arrived at an important, foreign policy event. And there's nothing wrong in that regard. But the major grounds of Mr. Peter Obi is that in 2025, the president spent 196 days out of 365 days abroad. And that, more or less he became an absentee president. And that this year, his warning is that absenteeism should not be the approach to governance. That presence is very important. He said, we demand presence. He says being absent is not governance, it is neglect. Okay, Mr. Peter Obi, where is he coming from? He's a leader of the opposition. He's an opposition political figure. So he will naturally raise questions, interrogate government. So he's doing what he's supposed to do, to draw attention to things. But, the truth of the matter, as he also pointed out, is that there are issues on the ground in Nigeria. And we need the president, he says, to be more on the ground, to address those issues, the crisis, which is the word that he used, instead of traveling all over the world and being absent. As I've said, this is an opposition political leader drawing attention to what he considers a major omission. But you can be sure that Mr. Nonuga or other spokespersons of the government, Sunday Dare and the rest of them, we have a ready answer for him to say that, well, whether he's in Europe or he's in Abu Dhabi, the president is still serving the interest of Nigeria. But I think there are other Nigerians too, apart from Mr. Obi, who say that, oh, we love our president so much. We would like him to be more visible at home rather than traveling abroad. But I think the caveat to that is that this government has been, active enough in telling us at any particular time where the president is. Now, whether it travels too often or he travels with too large a delegation, those are other questions. And as for the delegation, the president has also addressed that previously. But I always say that the president of Nigeria is the chief foreign policy officer of the country. And, a government that is looking for investment, that is trying to engage with the world, that is trying to have the Nigerian voice out there, you cannot run away from this kind of situation.
Right.
But Mr. Peter Obi said there was no New Year message because the president was not around. But it's a popular, kind of a concern.
Okay, very
about
quickly.
The president.
Very quickly, literally a couple of sentences. The president attended this Abu Dhabi Sustainability Summit last year, 2025. Two outcomes. The first was that we were promised that the president of UAE was to visit Nigeria within the year. Of course, that hasn't happened. We're wondering, hopefully this year in this visit, we can get an update. The second thing was that Nigeria and UAE signed the KEPA deal, Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, which was supposed to create an investment and trade framework between the two countries. That was the sort of big takeaway from the summit last year. 1 year later, that agreement still hasn't been signed. So I'm hoping that as we are going back a year later, that maybe this year, the second visit, second time round, maybe we can get this agreement signed.
Very key point.
And Dr. Abati, he has never always told us where he went. This last one, no.
Present-minded in issuing press releases.
No, Dr. Abati.
Which Mr. Obi says is just the press release and propaganda.
Dr. Abati, he has never always told us where he went. This last one he went, he said Europe. Europe is not enough of a place. It was when, after they wanted to show that he was working and they released the photos that they used AI to spruce up, that they showed us that he was in France eating lunch. We didn't know he was in France.
And he met with the president of Rwanda.
That was when they wanted to show us off that he was working, that he was at least doing something, having meetings. Then they now showed us he was in France. They didn't tell us he was in Europe. In fact, they've been very ambivalent about mentioning the word that is going to France. And with due respect, please, public disclosure, I don't know. What's the thing about France? France. You know why I'm saying this? Because we had this ordeal too with President Buhari of blessed memory. UK. That is even these handlers, they had to come and justify and say he's been using a doctor for over 30-something years and all of that. What's this thing? That was how President Buhari spent many days abroad. You see, a nation that truly wants to grow, we should be able to introspect. The leaders must be on ground to get the work.
Right.
Nigeria is fast looking like Cameroon. That the president of Cameroon, in fact, he's a resident abroad.
Yes.
He's just coming to do election, winning votes, and going back to Geneva or Switzerland. If Obi says the president spent over 190 days, he took 46 trips, is that not a cause for concern? Because with all the trips we are seeing, we are not seeing any foreign investment. Vimbai, God bless you for bringing out some of the promises based on the trip. We didn't see anything out of the trip.
Maybe it's gone back to
2024 too. If I'm going to check this, I'm sure he spent over 100 days abroad the year before. For good measure, with our own common, with our own private jet, with our jets now that they have allocated about $10 billion to in the space of since he got to power up to this time. I mean, 10 billion naira to be able to fix. Then over $150 million that they used to buy jet that the National Assembly keeps claiming it didn't pass through us. This is our own national commonwealth. Somebody should not use our own money, for sweatshop or something. Please, we should be realistic. All this job getting about, we should stay at home and get the job done.
Vimbai say the agreement that was signed, we haven't seen the result. That's not the responsibility of the president. We have a Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I've said again and again on this table, that Ministry of Foreign Affairs has lost most of its best hands.
Right.
Its golden era has passed. When you sign an MOU, there are desk officers with assigned responsibilities who are supposed to follow through. It's not the president that will carry MOU and be pursuing it. That is the job of other officers. So that's how foreign policy works, either in Nigeria or elsewhere.
Right.
Okay? Thank you.
Musa, please stop telling us to talk. We are tired of hearing that. Do something. The people supporting terrorists, you know them. You know them. You cannot pretend that you don't know them. They gave you 400 men from a foreign country. Of those who sponsoring terrorists, you know them. What have you done? Moses, I told everybody who cared to listen that I'm not happy with Nigerian army. They have disappointed themselves and disappointed Nigerians. All these hot wars and all that with no action. Was it not this Musa who told us that he will find out who gets the order for the security men to leave before these children were kidnapped? Up to today, what happened? Moses, what happened? As I talk to you now, members of villagers in Benue and Plateau State are living in IDP camp. Going to 10 years now. And the foreign terrorists are taking over their village and they are living there. They have renamed the place.
What do you blame this on? Because when the general was relieved of his duties, Nigerians were upset that he was doing something because he spoke very tough about dealing with insecurity. And then when he was made a minister, Nigerians were excited. But is it the politics now, the political part of it, that is making his own work ineffective?
The Nigerian army we have today is no longer the Nigerian army of yore. What we have now is a politicized military. Moses, if you read how the former chief of army staff was killed with that helicopter crash near Zaria, you wait for the army. Your own man, you people murdered him. How do you explain that? Why can't they find out who's behind all these things? Instead of telling us, if you do, the 400 men they get there, what happened? Musa, please stop telling us to talk. We are tired of hearing that. Do something. The people supporting terrorists, you know them. You know them. You cannot pretend that you don't know them. They gave you 400 men from a foreign country. Of those who sponsoring terrorists, you know them. What have you done? Every morning, these will come here and be embarrassing everybody. You are you know people supporting them. What have you done? Sheikh Gumi is there. So what is there all this thing that if you know them, if you are not blowing hot water?
Okay.
Name that particular person who gave them order to leave that school, and gave the same thing to the person who asked them to leave Dati on a day of curfew. That those girls were kidnapped, and now we are looking for their Sharibu.
All right.
All these facts are before you now. What are you telling us?
There's another story here from the Vanguard newspaper. It says,
so guys, let me quickly take you through some of the reactions from Nigerians as Bello Tuji ordered Sokoto residents to vacate within the space of 24 hours. If you love your life, vacate. Bello Tuji says he wants territorial dominance. He wants a specific area for himself, like he wants to divide Nigeria now to have area of dominance. Now, see how these people are reacting. This person say, these less humans are dragging the entire country, the entire Nigeria 100 years backwards. Another person here say the irony of this fight is that thousands of soldiers who should ordinarily be in northern Nigeria fighting terrorism are instead deployed to the southeast Biafra land, where they collect toll-gate bribes and frame IPOB members for killing in which they are complicit. I think this makes sense. And this other person here say, who will the government tax if the citizens are not safe in the country? Tinubu's administration is only interested in re-election, not the welfare of the citizens. Not the welfare of the citizens. From clear indication, Nigeria is at war within. Another person here said, Jesus, please help our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, protect them from these persecutors. Give them shelter, water, and kindness. Keep the innocent from being executed. May their persecutors come to know you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Oh God, Biko. And this other person say, where is Musa and his terrorists in uniform, Nigerian army and police? Where is Musa? Honestly, where is Christopher Musa? That should be the question Nigerians should be asking. Where is Christopher Musa? We thought he was here to help, honestly. Musa is now like a disappointment to many Nigerians. Now, this other person here say the true situation. In Nigeria, the only people willing to fight are the Islamic terrorists to conquer and convert. In Nigeria, the only people willing to fight are the Islamic terrorists to conquer and convert. The indigenous people are not ready to fight for freedom and existence. One side must win eventually, and that is the terrorists that are truly committed to their cause. This person is saying that the terrorists will win because they are the ones fighting. Way Nigerians. This person say the same Bello Tuju they claim to have eliminated. This is what happens in a country without president and leadership. Nigeria is presently on autopilot. And this person here say, we still have no proof that any terrorist was killed in the strike, and since then no follow-up. Hope Trump is not selling us to snake money, snake oil. And this person say, to divide Nigeria is the best thing U.S. government will do to save life. This person say, the government is a scam. The government is a scam. I thought they celebrated the killing of this 2G of a fellow. So now 2G goes, they operate. So may God deliver us from this lying government. So guys, and this man said, this is how Biafrans were running from the north during the war. So let the north experience genocide too. I mean, Yakubu Gowon, Aboki people. And this other person here say, I really don't pity the northerners because majority of them are not interested in holding their governors accountable for anything. Bunch of unserious fellows. And this other person here say, the state, the same people that are running and crying now was accusing Trump of targeting our oil. This person said, Nigeria is the wild west of the 1800s in the United States. Your government is inadequate and incompetent. This person said, we are going to call these once men. Rather than coming together, fight in defense of their people, they are running away like little chicken. Nothing can ever make me run away from my land like this. I will fight like a lion. That I am still God called me. Okay, this person makes sense because running away is like giving the terrorists, you know. Somebody will definitely have to pay. Sokoto State is unsafe. We demand the immediate transfer of nnamdi Kanu to Abuja. Honestly, this makes sense. So Sokoto State is unsafe, darling. God. Most northerners love all the terrorists in the north except few Christians. Most northerners love all the terrorists in the north except few Christians. So guys, let me know what you think. These are reactions from, Bello Tuji ordering the people of Sokoto to vacate within the space of 24 hours. That he wants to claim dominance over a particular section of that state. Bello Tuji is like the head of the terrorists in Sokoto Zamfara axis, and now he wants to actually map out a particular, seize control of a particular region, district of Sokoto, and he's asking the people to leave. So guys, let me know what you think about the happening in Nigeria. Northern leaders are all silent, but if Trump says he's coming now, you see them coming out to say, we have sovereignty, we have sovereignty. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.